So the plan was to use whatever remaining membership I had to try out as much sailing content as I could, but unfortunately for the past week I've been sick with a pretty nasty cold, so I wasn't able to record anything and my membership is gone. But fortunately, I was reminded that I have a bunch of footage that has never seen the light of day. It's whenever I came back to OSRS and played it for a little bit, I actually ended up recording a bunch of stuff and I never got around to editing it. So I thought since I didn't have enough energy to actually play the game, I could just go ahead and chop at all the raw footage that I recorded all that time ago. As for the reason why I chose Scurrius whenever I came back, I was basically trying to do all the content that I had missed, and I figured that that was a pretty good starting point since it had been some time since I had played the game. So I figured we'd do something easy, and then we'll work our way up to more difficult content that we hadn't tried yet. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy 1000 kills of Scurrius, recorded back in August of 2024. What happened? Why is it 1.4 bill? I remember this being like the cheapest high tier weapon at one point. I think it was like 300 mil at one point. That's insane. But I mean, to be fair, even at 300 mil, I never really like cared to own one. So yeah, I guess nothing's changed there. For now, I will just take my trusty Abyssal Tentacle. I love this ornament kit, right? When it first came out and I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I have to have this. This is very cool. But it reminded me that I think some ornament kits have been released since I've been gone. I know one of the big ones that I've seen a few times is the blowpipe ornament kit. I'm not sure how I feel about it because it's like, it's cool that it's red, but it's also like, I don't know if I want to change like the iconic look of that. But you know, I already changed the look of the whip, so it's like, yeah, I guess it just depends on whether I like it or not. I think it's cool, it's different, but not really sure if I want to change the blowpipe yet. Especially since the helmet that we got, the mutagen that we got from Zoro was the Tanzanite one, so I kind of feel like we have to keep it like that to match the helmet. But maybe when we get the magma mutagen, then I'll switch it up. Anyways, here we go. We have our setup for the Scurrius boss. I don't know if this is optimal. We'll probably change it up if we need to, but for now, this is what we're taking. Oh, I didn't even switch to my cape. I'm already messing up. Wonder if I have to kill these rats before killing this boss. Probably not. I could probably just tank these guys. As long as there's no like heal mechanic. Alright. Easy peasy. There's our first Scurrius kill. No pet drop, never lucky. So yeah, as far as I can tell, the fight seems pretty easy. You're just using protect from melee for the entire fight until these little guys start shooting off their magic abilities and their ranged abilities. So yeah, besides switching prayers during those attacks, there's of course the rats that spawn, and then there's the falling debris, but besides that, that's pretty much it. It's not too complicated. Medium clue scroll, probably won't be doing that because I think we'll be getting a lot of these. Also, do I have to kill these rats or will they despawn? I'll leave one alive to see if they despawn when Scurrius comes back. It looks like they do not despawn. So does that mean that we can just have like a room full of rats if I never kill them? Yeah, like I said earlier, I don't imagine that the loot's going to be amazing here. But apparently the XP is really good. And also, you know, this boss is meant for like mid-level, so for someone who hasn't bossed in RuneScape before, this is a pretty good boss to start with. Teaches you some pretty basic mechanics, but yeah. It's a neat little fight. Also, the pet is like a 1 in 3,000, so yeah. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it spawns 6 rats again, so maybe you can just have a room full of rats. Yeah, with how fast you kill this boss, I mean, the grind might actually not be that long for the pet, unless you go like super dry, which we have been known to go for. Which just reminded me of a pet that I have not received yet that I really want. And I think I'm like 3 times over the drop rate, and that is of course the giant mole. I still need to get that pet. So many grinds that I have to get back to with my return to RuneScape. I gotta say, I really like this animation of the rat eating the cheese to heal up.
Although I do feel kind of bad because it's only the main rat that's eating. The other ones are just chilling on their back. Scurrius champion. I'm assuming that's 10 kills. I was gonna ask, I wonder if this boss is free to play. I don't think it is. I mean, would be cool if it was. I know free to play already has the moss boss. What's the name? Bryophyta, I think. But this would be a really cool boss for free to play because it's like the first mass boss that they would have, I think. I shouldn't be talking. It's too much for me to deal with. Apparently I can only handle this boss if I'm 100% focused. I'm actually out of food. I'm thinking maybe we bring like SGS to heal, or even like a Blood Fury. Getting a little low on health. We could probably do one more kill maybe. Oh, I just realized I can eat from the food pile, can't I? I'm actually starting to think twice about that. Do I really want to eat where rats have been eating from? Alright, here we go. It heals you to full? Wait, what? So then I was just eating sharks for no reason then. Kind of makes you wonder why it's so effective on us. Like, we can literally get healed to full. But, oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. 10 minutes. I was about to say, if you can eat after every kill, that'd be a little ridiculous. But like I was saying, it's a little weird how the rat gets healed very small amounts while eating, but we get healed to full. But it makes a lot more sense now that we're only allowed to use it once every 10 minutes. With the excuse being that it's a foul stench preventing us from eating it, whereas it should be more like we ate so much cheese that we can't afford to eat anymore. Or our body just can't handle it, you know? But then again, we do eat sharks like nothing, so I guess that wouldn't make too much sense. And look at that cash stack, 100,000 GP. I remember whenever I like first started playing this game all those years ago, my go-to moneymaker was of course chopping yew trees, and it was here in Varrock. It was like above us, like where we're at right now. And whenever I would sell a stack of yew logs for like 100k, I was over the moon. Just seeing that cash stack turn to white colored text with the K at the end, it just, I don't know. It just made me feel some sort of way. I'm actually interested in seeing how good the bone mace is here, because I'm hitting pretty hard with the whip. A long bone. Also, how does that happen? I killed Scurrius, and there were two separate loot piles. It dropped death runes over here, and a long bone right here. And it was all the same kill. 6,000 more attacks. I might actually use up my entire tentacle here if I can't get the bone mace drop. Alright, that is kill count 100. And no spine drop. Wait, hold on. I just realized. Cheese. That's the first cheese drop we've seen like in 138 kills. You would think that would be a lot more common. Oh, there it is. There it is. I finally got it. I feel like I definitely shouldn't be that excited for this item, but yeah, finally got it. We're out of here. Let's go make the weapon. Test it out. Our whip is saved. These charges will last us like another 5 years, hopefully. Yeah, let's go make this weapon. I just realized I wasn't recording, but yeah, I made the weapon. So I bought a rune mace at the Grand Exchange, and then I came over here and created the weapon. It was just the rune mace and the spine together. Oh, I just hit a 52 and it was not my max. So it looks like this weapon is going to be at least the same as the whip. Oh, there's a challenge. Whoa, hold on. So much stuff happened at once. So I got an achievement, or a combat task called Sit Rat. Very nice, 1 point. And then I also was killing rats extra fast with the mace. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh, that was also a combat task. Efficient pest control. 2 points. Okay, yeah, this weapon's pretty good. We haven't hit our max hit yet, but the fact that I hit a 52 and that wasn't the highest hit is already a good sign, because the whip was a 53. Oh, 54, and that also, another one. And that is also not the max hit. I wonder what the max hit of this weapon is. So this weapon is better than the whip then, at least in this setup. That's crazy. And it's also really good for dealing with the, I should stop talking. Every time I start talking, I always forget to break correctly. But 56, that's our max. Okay. Very nice. That is kill count 150. Ooh, just got another Scurrius spine. All right, the deed has been done. I've purchased the forbidden set of Torva. Let's go ahead and equip that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe after a little while of using it, it'll grow on me, but right now, I mean, Bandos is where it's at. Now, of course, if I wanted to do this as fast as possible, I would also buy the Scythe, because Scythe is the best DPS there at the Scurrius boss. But I'm already not making a whole lot of money here. I don't feel like losing a whole lot of money by using the Scythe, and I actually can't afford the Scythe right now. It's kind of expensive, so yeah, we'll be sticking with the Bone Mace, and I'm not too stressed out about it, because honestly, the Bone Mace is pretty fun to use at the very end. Whenever you have to click on all the rats, you like instantly kill them. Very satisfying. Anyways, let's go. 57 is our new max hit with the mace. It's kind of funny, ever since getting this new armor, even if I just like let my brain turn off and I don't actually like switch prayers, most of the time they just won't hit. So I'm curious to see if I were to just like bring in Ellie instead of the defender, if I could just AFK this boss. I probably, well, I was gonna say I probably could, but I guess the falling debris would be like my only problem. I'd probably take like massive damage from that still, because that's like the one thing that I am actively avoiding. Like I'm always making sure to get out of that. Oh, well, as soon as I say that, I walk right back into it. Amazing. But who knows, maybe with like Blood Fury and Ellie, I could tank it, maybe. Similar to Seracnus. Alrighty, another trip done. No rat pet. Do I want to take any of this loot? You know what, yeah, I need the GP. I'm gonna buy Scythe soon. I need all this stuff. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Now that we're using this mace, it's all strength. Like, because before we were using the whip and it was on shared, but now we're using just this mace, and in that one trip that took about an hour, we got 153.6 thousand strength XP. That is insane. 51.2k hit points XP, and then 1,430 magic XP. So yeah, pretty insane. I just got another Scurrius spine. We take those. So I think that besides making these weapons, we can actually turn them in for XP lamps as well. So they never actually go to waste. I feel kind of bad when the rat runs away from me, because the rats on the back are like tanking the hits from the mace. All right, I'd say that trip went pretty successfully. We have all this food on the ground that we didn't even need to use. Also, I don't think we ever ate from the cheese pile either. Really, all you need is just the Blood Fury. It does more than enough healing. That and dodging the debris, pretty good. Also, maybe the Ellie does help a little bit too. I don't know. The Scurrius spine number 11. Actually, don't know how many I've gotten. A nice Scurrius spine to end the trip. That's a total of 6 in this one trip. I should mention that the last trip that we did, which lasted close to like 2 hours, we were actually getting about 48 kills per hour. So yeah, extremely close to what we were getting in the very beginning. I wasn't moving my cursor. It kind of just like
went wherever, and I just found out there's an option to suck swamp bubbles. I wonder if we can actually do that. Like, I wonder if anything happens if I click on that, or if that's just specifically for the, I forget what that thing is called. The item that like can suck that up, and then you use that to inflate the frogs for the chompies. Yeah, I guess we do need whatever that item's called. I completely forgot what it's called. That was kill count 500, by the way. Halfway there. Should be the last kill of the trip. Ending with a Scurrius spine, we take those. That brings our total to 18 spines. Also, fun fact, we are also currently at 8 pieces of cheese. I think that's the most kills in a row that I've had like grouped together like that, not broken up by like an item drop. I think I've made a huge mistake. I got this little notification about my Blood Fury only having 9,000 more charges, so I got curious. I looked up the price on GE Tracker real quick, and I just found out that shards are worth 14 million right now. That is very expensive. What the heck happened? I feel like when I bought these, they were selling for like 5 mil, and now they're 14. I don't even want to know how much money I just wasted here on blood charges. Whoops, and I just realized I was swinging my God Sword the entire fight. Another Scurrius spine. Feels pretty lame that that's like the only drop that I can actually call out. Oh, also 900 KC. So I was just checking out the different weapons that you can make with the spines, and the bow and the staff are actually very good. According to the wiki, whenever I'm looking at like the high level gear setups, the staff is the best weapon you can use. They have it ranked above Temeken's Shadow, which is pretty crazy. And for ranged, blowpipe is the best, but bow and short bow follows right behind it. And after that is T-bow. So apparently the bow and short bow is better than T-bow here. So maybe I should have been using those weapons, but yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna go ahead and make the other 2 weapons that I'm missing, and then we're gonna try them out for like the last 70 kills or so. Alright, so I think I have what I need. So for the bow, we just need a U short bow and a Scurrius spine. Oh, hold on. I need a knife. There we go. 300 fletching XP, and we just made the bone short bow. Pretty cool. And then for the staff, we need a battle staff, 1,000 chaos runes, and of course the spine. And I need a chisel. All right, there we go. 300 XP for the bone staff. Probably my favorite weapon from all of them, just because it has like a piece of cheese on top. I think it looks pretty cool. The staff, I wonder, is it charged? Okay, it is. So I guess we do need chaos runes to charge it every time we end up using it. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna switch the gear setups up. We're gonna try it out and see how good the items are. I am a complete fool. I noticed that my scepter wasn't charged up, so I just bought like 1,000 ether to put it in there. I completely forgot that you need more than 1,000. 1,000 is just to like power it up, because like there's a minimum amount that you have to have so that you can like risk something in the wild, and that's what I put in there. So when I tried using the spec attack, it didn't work. So I don't know if I want to go back and grab that like more ether to try this out. I kind of don't want to, so I think I'm just gonna keep trying this. I think I'm just gonna stay here and use the staff and use the bow. But yeah, I don't think it's worth going back just to power this up. Also, I forgot. I actually have to pray against attacks now. I can't just do what I was doing last time because I'm taking a lot more damage, and I have no form of like infinite healing now. So I do have to play this a little bit smarter. But so far, the staff is hitting pretty hard, and it has the same effect as all the other bone weapons, which is you can just like instant attack these rats, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it does some pretty crazy damage. So it looks like max hit in this gear setup is a 55 with this staff. So Yeah, this is actually a really good way of fighting the boss. And also you're using range now instead of melee, so like you can pretty much put distance between yourself and the rat, so it makes like praying easier because all you have to worry about at that point is just range and mage. As long as you stay away from the, the big rat. And it's pretty cheap too. It's only 1 chaos rune per charge, I think. So yeah, for the amount of damage you're doing, it's not bad at all. But of course we're also using some pretty expensive gear like ancestral and all that good stuff. I just received a long bone. Is that the first one? No, it's the second one. I think I received one in the very beginning. So we just got the notification saying that we only have 100 charges left, and I did look it up. Apparently the max amount of charges you can have is 20,000. So if you just fill it up in the very beginning, it should last a good bit. All right, I'm actually gonna leave after this trip. I thought I was going to leave because of lack of supplies, but I actually left because of charges running out. But it works out because now we can do the last kills with the bow in like a full range setup. So we'll see how that compares. Looks like our max hit is a 40 in this setup. So not nearly as high as melee and magic, but still pretty decent. It's actually pretty interesting. I thought that this was like the slowest method out of all of them because of the max hits not being as high, but it's actually pretty similar compared to everything else. Currently we're getting 48 kills per hour, so yeah, 48.6, but yeah, pretty similar. It just feels like we're taking a lot more damage, even though we're like trying to pray against the right attacks. All right, that is kill count 1,000. Unfortunately, we did not receive a pet, but we made some. No, actually, we didn't make any money. We got some XP. We got a lot of XP. So yeah, I guess there's always a positive side. We take a look here at the Scurrius collection log. There's 1,000 kills. We received 26 spines. I believe that's less than what we should have gotten. And no Scurry this time, but maybe next time. Loot tracker shows 1,000 kills valued at 9.9 mil. Most of that, of course, was high alch. It's here in this cash stack right here. But yeah, we didn't make any money because we used up the charges on our Blood Fury, and those blood shards are really expensive, so no money made here today.